All right, guys, let's hear what a 69 Camaro with an LS3 motor sounds like. Oh, baby, started right up. Woo-hoo-wee! This baby's got some rumble. Oh, man. Hey guys, and welcome back. I'm Chris Mazzarella and you're watching No Reserve Classics. And before we get started, guys, if you haven't done it already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell, because you never know, your dream ride can be in the next video. And here we have it, guys, the absolutely beautiful 1969 Chevrolet Camaro SS LS3 Pro Touring Restomod. And this baby is featuring an LS3 crate engine with a 4L65E automatic transmission. And all that power is going through that built Moser 12-bolt rear end. On the interior of this vehicle, super factory and OEM styling, but it does have vintage air conditioning. On the exterior of this car, the beautiful Le Mans blue with those awesome white racing stripes deep underneath the clear paint, and of course, those staggered American Racing billet aluminum wheels with the power disc brakes all the way around. But where this car really shines is on the underbody, a SpeedTech front subframe kit. What does that include? Power rack and pinion steering, tubular and upper lower control arms, and of course, dual adjustable coilovers. As we move our attention towards the rear, this baby is already set up with a 4-link system, and of course, you know, it's got the Viking dual adjustable coilovers. So guys, don't go anywhere, because we're gonna give you an opportunity to add some really cool custom accessories to this already cool 1969 Chevrolet Camaro. And I know you guys can't be with me here today on this beautiful turntable, but if you visit us at No Reserve Classics, you'll be able to take this ride on a virtual 360-degree tour. That's right, with a simple swipe of a finger, sitting in the couch or sitting in your car, you'll be able to view the beautiful exterior of the car. And after you're done with that, hop over to the inside for another 360-degree virtual tour. And last but not least, if you have any questions on how to get this car into your garage, feel free to give me a call, Chris, at 1-800-562-7815, and I'll be sure to guide you through the full process. All right, guys, I don't know about you, but I'm ready to take this LS3 out on the road. So hop inside and let's go for a ride. All right, guys, and here we are, 1969 LS3 Camaro. Man, that baby fired right up. And I will tell you, this car is super fast. This baby is one of a kind. Now, it all starts off right on the beautiful exterior of this car, that awesome Le Mans blue with those white stripes in there. But where it really comes together is what's underneath that hood. That LS3 crate motor paired up with the 4L65E automatic transmission. I mean, as soon as you hit that gas, that 12-bolt Moser in the rear is kicking butt. It's hooked up to a 4-link system with Viking adjustable coilovers, not only in the rear, but in the front. So you can adjust the total dampness of this car. And really this is what this car is about. Pro touring, hitting that gas pedal, taking these turns, hitting those brakes, and accelerating as fast as we can. Up front, this vehicle has a SpeedTech front subframe in it. That's going to include those tubular upper-lower control arms, as well as the rack and pinion steering by Unisteer. Now, I'm putting this baby to work right now, and I'll tell you what, those tubular upper-lower control arms and those shocks have been adjusted to a great tunability for these aggressive turns. I mean, my body's moving, but the car is not, which is really cool. Now, like I said, you can adjust it. It's just a simple turn of a dial, and it has 2 of them, so you can really dial in those shocks to your driving nature. So in accordance with that high horsepower crate engine are the brakes. They are drilled, whoa, they are really aggressive, I love them. They are drilled and slotted, so no matter where you're driving this car, whether it be just to a track or on the street, wow, getting sideways, tell you this baby's got a lot of power. These brakes work really well. Like I said, they are drilled and slotted, so if you're going really aggressive on the track, they will cool down really well. Now the exterior of this car, like I was saying, is really factory OEM styling. I mean, nothing crazy about it. It does have the SS front end. The lights have been upgraded to LED on the top as well as the bottom. And the wheels really set it off. Nothing crazy. And the wheels on there are the American Racing Torque Thrust, fully polished out, 17-inch staggered, wrapped in those awesome Nitto NT555 tires. Really holding the road down pretty well. It is a really cold day out today, so we did have a little bit of wheel spinach just before, but they are holding the road really well as we're taking some of these turns. Right now we're right about 60 miles an hour, and I will tell you, all right, we're puckering up just a little bit, but we're getting through these turns really well. I mean, this car is so comfortable. Sitting on the interior of this car, it does bring you back in time a little bit. Although we have a modern engine, transmission, rear end, suspension, the gauge and everything looks original. It does have the factory gauges with the miles per hour and the RPM gauge over there, as well as the center console gauges featuring your oil, your temperature, your voltmeter, and of course your fuel. But driving the car itself, you have this really nice Grant style steering wheel with the aluminum face. Does have some grips on the outside, but it is a good size. Doesn't matter if you're taller, skinnier, wider, heavier. This is in a really nice, good position. Although not tilt, it does have a large amount of area in my stomach area, and I do have a nice range of motion turning the steering wheel, which is a good thing. A lot of these older cars, they have those huge 17-inch, 16-inch steering wheels, and you just don't have a room for any bit bigger of a guy than I am. And pretty much the last thing about the dash is right here in front of you, the vintage air conditioning system. Now we are on the East Coast. It is super cold out today. I just turned this baby right down to the bottom here, got the heat going, and I'm not sure if you guys can hear that, but man, this fan is kicking. Super nice, and a lot of airflow through there. But on those awesome hot sunny days in the summer, you can flip that baby all the way up to the cold setting, and you have a beautiful ice cold air conditioning hitting you right in the face. And you can definitely tell the rack and pinion with this car, especially with the smaller steering wheel. You just turn the car and this baby just goes. It's really nice to have something as stiff and as confident steering, especially in an older vehicle like this, over 54 years old. It gives you that confidence boost to do some things that you normally wouldn't do in a vehicle that looks this factory. But going back to the seating on this car, the door panels are all factory appearance. The back seat as well, no rips, no tears. Although original styled, they do have a nice little cushion in here. I would suggest an upgrade in the future if you wanted to, but the main components of this car are done. The engine, transmission, suspension, paint and body, it's all done. If you wanted to go out and get a different steering wheel or some new seating, TMI or SCAT or something like that, it's just simple as going into the garage, unscrewing a few bolts and putting those babies back in. Maybe it'll get you back in the garage and loving the automobile industry just a little bit more like you did when you were a kid, when these cars first came out. I mean, it's a great experience. It brings you back in time with when there was no computers and stuff like that and all these crazy gadgets. Although you have them, it doesn't appear like you do. So it's really nice, and it gives you a break, right? We deal with a lot of these computers and stuff, so they all look analog gauges. They all give you the appearance of just when times were simpler. Now, guys, although this car looks original, this baby is one not to be messed with. Original style, but it's everything but. The LS3, the 4L65E, the 12-bolt Moser rear end. And you can't forget about the Speed Tech suspension, the Viking coilovers, the list goes on and on. So guys, don't go anywhere, because I'll see you guys back at the barn. Woohoo! Man, this car was so much fun to drive. So much fun indeed. I actually stopped off and got a haircut. This car is so awesome. So let's talk about some cool custom options for this car. And although the SS is so iconic and so beautiful, you can take this baby and transform it into an RS front end kit. It's going to include the front Detroit Speed, fully electronic headlight doors. So as soon as you pull that headlight knob, bam, those babies open right up. And we have that as an available option for $4,999. Now, if you want to take it one step further, when you pull that headlight knob, you can actually showcase our Restomod LED high-performance headlight kit with that beautiful halo ring and that bright LED headlight bulb right in there. And we have that fully installed for $399. Now, as we look a little further down the side of the vehicle, you're going to notice these really cool wheels on here. These are American Racing staggered wheels, so you already get this really cool Nitto NT 555 tire up front, as well in the rear with that staggered wide rear tire. On order, ready for you guys, is the VN 431 wheel. Very stylish, brand new, and fully custom built. We have that wrapped in the Nitto tire as well for $6,000 fully installed. Right next to that is our fender. Very clean and very simple right now. They do have a LS3 package. We call it our badge kit, showcasing and letting everybody know that this baby is not just any Camaro, but an LS powered Camaro. And we have that available in a red or a blue color, fully both fenders and the rear as well for $100 fully installed. And last but not least, the beautiful paint on this car. Now, although very nice, got a good reflection on here. If you wanted to take this car and bring it to a car show, you want some really good, really high gloss paint. And you can get that with a paint correction and a full ceramic coating. Now, the full ceramic coating is gonna prevent it from any dust, dirt, or grime. Just simply blow it off or hose it down. We have that fully done to your doorstep for $1,999 buckaroos. Now, although the underbody of this car looks really good, and it will be getting a hot steam bubble bath no matter what. If you're gonna drive this car and you really wanna showcase those awesome speed tech components, the front subframe and that rear forelink, I would highly suggest in getting our renovation package for the underneath of this Camaro. What we're gonna include is a sanding down to bare metal on this bad boy and giving it a rust preventative coating on there. After that, we're gonna shoot it with a thin coat of Line-X, preventing any rust or rock inhibitors of the underbody. It's gonna protect it so when you're going around the track or even going to a car show and throwing some mirrors up under there, it's one underbody you're definitely gonna be proud of. Now, up under the hood, we have two aesthetic options on this beautiful crate engine. Now, although everything will be fully clean and all the chrome and aluminum will be fully polished. Our first option is our flush firewall kit on here, giving it that smooth and flush look on the rear end. We have that available for $1,000 fully installed. And last but not least, our Restomod carbon fiber plenum cover. Now that is gonna come with a sleek chromed out Chevrolet script emblem on both sides, as well as the matching LS3 emblem up underneath the hood, giving this entire engine bay a sleek and modern appearance. And we have that available for $799 fully installed. So all those options under here will definitely give it that sleek and modern appearance. All right, guys, let's check out and see what we got going for the interior. Now, a high horsepower motor and a really high-end suspension system makes you want to take some corners really tight. And one of the facts that helps you with that is how you sit in the car. Your seats, where your butt's gonna be and what's holding you in. We have aftermarket Brahms seats that have nice adjustability, not only front to back, but also leaning back and forward as well. Give you a nice bolster on your butt area as well as your side. And we have those fully installed for $1,999. Now, while we're talking about holding you in, right now it's got some regular factory OEM lap belts. You can upgrade that to a shoulder 3-point seatbelt. We have that fully installed for $1,000. Now, as we're driving on the road in our beautiful new seats with our seatbelt strapped us in real tight, our steering wheel Right now we have a polished steering wheel with a wood grain finish. Now we have a steering wheel that is a 14-inch diameter, billet aluminum, fully polished, that actually matches the wheels that we're gonna be putting on this car. We have that fully installed on this bad boy for 850 bucks. Now we're cruising, we're looking good, we're feeling good. One thing that I always need in my cars is a really good sound system. Now, although this vehicle already has some 6x9 sitting back there, we have no radio. This vehicle has a radio delete. We have a full hideaway system on here. You just simply pull down the unit right here in the center, Bluetooth to your cell phone, fully installed for 999 bucks. So you're gonna be looking good, feeling good, got your great music blasting. What more could you want for this really cool 69 Camaro? And last but not least, our 40-point mechanical inspection, making and ensuring that any of the parts that we installed, corrected, or repaired are functioning 100%. And then my favorite part, the 30-mile test drive. I'm definitely gonna be hitting this accelerator pedal and taking some turns, going over some bumps, and really enjoying this 1969 LS3 powered Chevrolet Camaro, baby. And guys, I'm Chris Mazzarella, and you've been watching No Reserve Classics. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to give me a call, Chris, at 1-800-562-7815. And if you guys haven't done it already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because you never know, your dream ride could be in the next video.